Hey y'all, welcome on back. My name is Alex with The Creative Llama, and if you see this red live box right here, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, not a big deal, just put hashtag replay. Our keyword tonight is August. So comment the word August and you'll get all the info about our monthly club. But y'all, we're gonna create a little pumpkin banner that's gonna say fall, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do this with your club transfer. If you are new, club is just a monthly DIY subscription, and I'm gonna show y'all how to make the word fair turn into fall, okay? So what I'm using tonight is our chalk suede sheets, okay? So this is kind of like cardstock, but it has like a really smooth, like velvety finish. So we're gonna use these tonight. They are a 12 by 12 sheet. I've already gone ahead and I did 3 of the pumpkins ahead of time because we're gonna make a banner. So it does take a little bit of time because we have lots of layering and cleaning to do in between. So when you pop on, comment the word August and let's go ahead and get started, okay? So this is our monthly club transfer. As you can see, it has been very well loved. So club is just, like I was saying, a DIY subscription. You get the transfer, you get some paste, and you get an accessory every month. So it is $21.99 a month. So if you want more info about how to join my monthly club, comment the word August. I'm looking for one more club member this month. So hello, hi guys. All right, so let me pull up my comments. So y'all, we are gonna be doing the pumpkins, but we're gonna make this into a banner, okay? So y'all know that I'm loving the painting of all the pumpkins, the painting of using this transfer. So we're gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna take Dune paste and we're gonna do our outline in a lighter color because we are going to paint here in just 1 second, okay? So, and I'm using the chalk suede sheets. So they're a little bit different than just regular cardstock. They do have that velvety finish. And I recommend waxing if you're using a really, really sticky transfer, okay? Now, I've used my transfer quite a bit, so I know it's not gonna stick super, super well. But if you've only used your transfer a handful of times or a couple of times, I definitely suggest waxing and fuzzing. All right, so we got that color down. I'm gonna go through, pick up all that extra, and we're done. We're gonna pull this off. And here's what we have. Thanks, Miss Connie. Hi, Stephanie. Here's what we have. We're gonna put this to the side and we are going to clean our transfer because we are gonna use this bad boy quite a bit. Hello, Miss Lee. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Everybody asks me about this black mat. It's a bath mat from Walmart. It's nothing fancy, just a regular old bath mat from Walmart. I sprayed my transfer with regular water and I'm using my board eraser to clean the front and the back, okay? So we'll wipe all this off, get off that dune color, like so, and then let's dry this. Hi, Debbie, hello, I know, I'm so glad you're here. Y'all hit that heart button, let me know that you're here, and comment the word August. All right, so we're gonna put that to the side, we're gonna let it dry. Let's come back to our pumpkin and let's dry this bad boy, okay? Because we're about to paint. Hi, Diana. Let's see. Hi, Maria. Hi, Christiana. Hi, guys. I had a pretty good day. Lots of stuff is happening over here. Lots of changes. And I'll be able to share with y'all soon what's going on. All right. So it's nice and dry. So I'm going to take the color Hey Pumpkin and we are going to paint the inside of the pumpkin, okay? Just like we've done with all of our other club projects, y'all. I'm loving painting this guy. You could do this with ink on a napkin. Same process. Remember, I'm using a lighter color because I don't want the darker color I'm going to use to lay on top to mix with this color. Okay, so I'm just taking Hey Pumpkin and just painting inside the lines. And you know what? Honestly, y'all, if I get it outside the lines, it's not a big deal because I'm going to cut it around the edge. All right. So same thing here, just painting away, filling in all of that white space with my Hey Pumpkin color. And I didn't thin it out. You can thin it out if you want to, if you want it to look more watercolor, but our pumpkin's gonna look like this at the end. And we're actually gonna add the word fall on top using the word fair. And you're probably like, girl, how are you gonna do that? I'm gonna show you. Okay, so that part is painted. Now we gotta paint the stem and the leaves. So I'm gonna use camel to paint the stem because our outline color is going to be in bark, which is a dark brown. So I'm just dipping directly into my camel and I'm just painting this on here. I did go ahead and I prepped the other 3 pumpkins just so y'all didn't have to watch me do this process like 4 times. Hi, Janice. So, okay, that's the color camel. And then we're gonna take the color pesto and we're gonna do the greenery right here. And then we're gonna dry this. And then we're gonna take our transfer and we're gonna layer it back right on top and it's gonna look more finished. I just love this look, y'all. This has been so fun. You could do like white pumpkins. You could do all sorts of things. Hi, Kristen. Hello. Hi, Angelica and Darlene. All right, let's dry. So we are making a banner that says fall and we're using our club transfer, okay? I'm showing y'all the technique yet again of how to paint. Hi, Karma. How to paint. Yay, Miss Connie. Ooh, I cannot wait to see them. Thank you for sprinkling. Yes, y'all, if y'all can hit that heart button and just comment as much as you can and sprinkle the video, that helps me out a ton. Okay, so we want to make sure that this is totally dry before we layer our transfer on top, okay? Now, my transfer is not super sticky. Again, if you have not used your transfer a bunch, if you only used it a handful of times, take your surface wax and lightly wax your surface, okay? I'm not using mine because mine is not super sticky, and if I wax, it's definitely not going to want to stick, okay? But definitely wax in between layers if your transfer is not that sticky. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. The transfer is see-through, so I'm just gonna take my time and I'm gonna line it up the best that I can. It may not be absolutely perfect, but we're not gonna stress about that. And just take your time, line it up. There we go. Maybe. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Okay, looks good. We're gonna push it down, making sure it is flat, and I'm gonna take the color bark and we're going to apply the outline. Okay, so same thing, same process. Just cover it up, and then we're gonna dry this and we're gonna cut it out, and then we're gonna add the word fall. And we're actually going to use the word fair to do that. And you're probably like, girl, how are you going to do that? I promise I'm going to show you. All right. Get this pulled all the way across. And then I'm going to go through, pick up all that extra. We don't want a bunch of extra paste sitting on top of our transfer. There we go. And ta-da. Okay, you can totally leave it like that if you wanted to. I'm going to spray this and we're going to clean it one more time, but let's close up our paste. So I use the color bark Hey Pumpkin, Dune, Pesto, and Camel. Thanks. If I can close the jar, y'all. I'm on the struggle bus today. We'll put this in here. This. I know. I usually have been doing it with the black, but I really like it with the bark. All right, let's try this. Now, I have to admit, y'all, this idea, the banner idea, was not my original idea. I saw another crafter do it, and I just kind of switched it up to show y'all how you can make it a little bit more detailed. Okay, so that's dry. We're going to put that to the side, and we're going to clean our transfer one more time. Okay, regular water, board eraser. Remember, I already sprayed water on it, so we're good. Clean the front, turn it over. I'm going to spray it with water, and then we're going to clean the back. Just making sure that silk screen is nice and clean. You kept saying bark, but you haven't tried it. I know. You've got to. I like the look of the black, but I actually think I prefer the bark. Hi, Robbie. All right, so I'm going to dry this off. We'll set this to the side. And then let's hit this with the dryer one more time. And we will cut it out. Okay, so let me show y'all. I already practiced on one. So it's going to say fall. And I do, Miss Debbie. I just rinse it out in the sink like you would a regular sponge. All right, so remember this is chalk suede paper, and I'm just cutting on the outline and just kind of leaving a little bit of white around the leaves. You could get really detailed with this if you wanted, but we are just going to leave the white on there. Okay. So cutting it out. And remember, it didn't really matter if we stayed inside the lines with our pumpkin color because we're cutting it. So if it's not perfect, y'all, don't stress. Okay? So, same here. I will trying to get packed up for when the house sells so we can get moved. Girl, I feel you. I absolutely feel you with the packing. All right, so it's going to say fall. Right? So we already tried it with the F. I tested it to make sure that the colors all looked good together, and I thought this looks really, really cute. I like the look of it, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. So I'm actually going to do the A in the center of the pumpkin. Then we will clean, and we'll do the L in 1 second, okay? So here's the hard part, is trying to get this as centered as I can. You're welcome. Yeah, just rinse it out in the sink. Just nothing fancy. I'm pretty bad about remembering to rinse it out, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, your girl is struggling to get this straight. All right, let me hold it up. I don't like it. I love it. Let's see. I'm struggling to get this straight, y'all. This is the hardest part, is getting it straight and centered. Okay, we're good there. Now, I am going to put a little bit of placement tape over the little Y because I don't want to get black on there. I know, I wasn't sure about the hay pumpkin color at first, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. But after last night, I love it. Okay. So now we're going to take our black. Thanks, Miss Connie. We're going to take our black and ooh, y'all, you know what? Let's do this down here too. I'm going to tape this section off. And then we're going to tape the eye. Y'all, I just don't trust myself. Y'all know me. I'm going to get this black everywhere because it's the color black. All right. I got everything taped off so I don't mess it up. So if I get black on the tape, it's going to be fine. I'm just taping off where I don't want that color black to go. You have a little bit more control if you use a multi-tool, but I'm just going to use my mini squeegee. Okay, pull this up, done. So let's clean this. I'm going to pull off this tape. We're going to clean it, and I'm going to show you all how we're going to use the letter F to make an L. Hi, Tammy. All right. I'm going to spray with a little bit of water. And I'm taking my baby wipe just on the top. And then same thing. Okay. Done. Let's wipe up the water. And you want to make sure you get this dry because you don't want that water that's kind of black to get on your surface. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Typically, I always tell y'all sticky side down, but we want to make an L. So we're actually going to flip it over and go upside down, and we're going to make the L like that. Okay, but I am going to have to tape off the little indentation on the L. So I'm going to take a little bit of placement tape, and I'm just going to use the straight side of the tape to make a straight line, as straight as I can get it. Okay, so remember, now that we have the sticky side up, it's not going to stick to our surface. So once I decide where I want it, I have to make sure that I don't move my transfer or my surface around. Okay, so I'm going to do my best to make sure this is exactly where I want it. And you know what? There we go. Okay. Making sure that this is straight, y'all. This is a little nerve-wracking. Okay. Dip in and just try not to move that around. Same thing. All right, here we go. Ta-da! Look at that, y'all. Isn't that so cool? I love it. So you're not just constricted to what your transfer says, y'all. Be creative. Think about it. Think outside the box. So we're going to do the same thing here. And before I place this down, I really have to make sure it's exactly where I want it. Ooh. Thank you for the follow. Yes, y'all, anytime y'all hit that follow button, that little thing behind me does move. All right, here we go. Next one. And y'all, I think my placement tape moved a little bit, but I'm okay with the L looking a little funky. Isn't that cool? All right. I'm just going to throw that over there. I'm going to spray it with water, and I'll clean it after my live. Okay, let's dry these. Let's dry these. And then we're going to make our banner. Okay? So, here's the thing. We're going to put this on some twine. Okay? So, I was thinking of ripping up some fabric and putting like a little streamer, I guess, looking thing in between each pumpkin. Should we do the black fabric or should we do the green ribbon? What do y'all think? I am, Miss Linda. I am. Right now, this is a positive outlet for me. Life has been a little rough lately. So this is where I can kind of just get out of my head, you know? You like the fabric? Okay. Alrighty. So let's close up our black fabric. Okay, see? I like the green ribbon too. Okay, so let's punch holes in our pumpkin. So I'm using the power punch tool, y'all. You can use a hole puncher, whatever you have. Okay, and it just punches the holes right in there. I love this thing. It also punches through wood and chalk chips and all of that. Green with smaller sections. Hi, Yvonne. Maybe both. I was kind of thinking both too, Miss Darlene. But I don't know. Okay. Punching the holes in. We're good. Alrighty. Move this out of the way. Let's get our twine. Let's see. Okay. Both. We'll have to see. We'll try it. So I am putting the jute behind the pumpkin. If you want it on top of the pumpkin, you can do that too. Ooh, we're gonna need more. Okay. Move this down. Here we go. What are the pumpkins made of? I missed it. They are made of chalk suede paper. So this is available on my chalk website. If you comment the word August, I will send you the info. You just have to click on shop products and then click on chalk products and it's listed there and all the colors I used. Okay, lay this out. Good. I'm gonna cut this. Now we're gonna move this over here. So this is a fat quarter, I think, from Hobby Lobby, y'all. It came in like a pack of like 6 different ones. So we're gonna rip this. Okay, and I'm thinking 1 inch wide. Like that. Okay, let's do a couple more. I love ripping fabric, y'all. It makes me so happy. And we'll do it here and here. That might be too much, but it'll work. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so we have that, right? We might have to do more. Okay, so I'm gonna loop and then we'll cut it at the end. Instead of trying to mess with it right now, we'll cut. Okay, maybe we need to do, I don't know. Should we do just the black or the green too? I know, me too. Thanks, Haley. Tighten and move. What do y'all think? Tighten and move. And I'll show y'all. Hold on. It may just need the black. Do both. Miss Rachel says to do both. It's the little things. I know. That's the ripping of fabric. I feel like is so satisfying. Okay. So we need one more piece of black. Ooh, yeah, we need more. But if we do this, let me just show y'all. We'll cut the fabric, okay? We'll cut it down so it's not so, long. Move this over. It doesn't want to move because I did it so tight. Hi, Sandy. Both. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all, I got this really tight. There we go. Maybe. Come on. Okay, come on. What the heck? Goodness. Okay. Maybe not so tight, Alex. Okay. All right, so yeah, it needs more, definitely, right? So y'all think we should add the green? We're gonna cut these down, so don't worry, y'all. We're gonna make them shorter. Do the same thing here. I'm gonna cut this an inch. Rip. Yeah, I agree, Miss Tammy. Let me add it on this end. Okay, so same thing with the ribbon. Okay, loop and pull. Ooh. Only problem is, you know what? Hold on. Hold on. We're going to take the wire out. We're going to take the wire out of this so it's a little bit easier to knot. Okay. All right. We're gonna knot it, cut the off wire less stiff. Yes, see, Miss Angelica, you and I on the same page, my girl. We may need, what is happening here? Okay. Same thing. Y'all, I didn't expect for this project to take so long. I thought it was going to be a quick project. All right, so taking the wire out. Yes, ma'am, Miss Tammy. It's awesome. Okay, hold on. Move this over. Let's add the green. Okay. Knot it. All right, let me show y'all what it's looking like so far. So we're gonna cut the ribbon down, but do we like the black and the green, or should we add another black in between? What do y'all think? So like black, green, black, black, green, black. Let me cut a couple more of the green. Y'all didn't know you could pull the wire out? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh. Another might be too much. That's kind of what I was thinking, Miss Pamela. We'll cut it down and we'll see what we think. Because black, green, black, Miss Chrissy says. We'll see. All right. Yeah, it might be too much. Now that we're messing with it. Move this. Give myself a little bit more room. I think another black, black, green, black. Okay. Yo, I don't know. I'm a little nervous about this. Y'all, I'm so hungry. Green, black, green. Ooh, Miss Mary gave us another option. What is happening? I don't think the ribbon likes to be folded that way. All right, let me cut 2 green at the same time. Move this process a little bit faster. And I got this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. Okay, let's pull this out. Okay. Second one, and then we'll do it out of this one, and then we'll tie. And then we'll cut these down and we'll see. I think I need to play with like the spacing of it, because right now I think it's too tight in some areas. Your favorite color is green? I think another black. Okay. We're gonna knot this. Okay, and we'll do this one. Yeah. All right. Okay, so let me space these out a little bit and we'll cut them down. Okay, obviously my strips are too long. What do y'all think? I think another black. Do we need another black or leave it? I'm kind of thinking another black. I'm really liking it though. I think if I did another green, it's going to be too much green. So I'm thinking, so see, Miss Debbie says to leave it. Yes, black. Okay. We'll do one more black, y'all. One more. All right. And then we'll cut another black. Leave it. Looks great. So you could totally leave it. How much are you going to cut them down? Well, maybe we should cut now that Miss Pamela, you got me all nervous. Let's see. Like that? Do y'all think that's a good length? You'll take away from the pumpkins. No, you're good, Miss Pamela. Do we like that length? I think that's a good length. Let's cut it. Okay. Because I think it's kind of hard to tell if, you know, the pieces are so long. I think that'll kind of help us determine if we need to do another black. Okay. I think I got a little short with this one. Yeah, that's okay. Just throwing these away. Yeah. Y'all, they got long and then they got progressively shorter. It's okay. Oh, y'all. All right. Let's cut, and then I'll hold it up and y'all can tell me what y'all think. There we go. Okay. Are you going to do anything else with the ribbon? And no, I was just going to do this. What do y'all think? Should we add another black or leave it? What do y'all think? I'm trying to decide. I kind of feel like it needs another black. Love it, leave it. Okay. I just don't know. Leave it. That might be perfect as is. Okay, so there it is, y'all. We'll leave it. I think another black would be cute though. I do. We're gonna leave it though. So here is our project for tonight. What do y'all think? You love it as it is. Perfect. Okay, so now it's time to vote, y'all. It is time to vote what your most favorite craft project or club project we've done this month, okay? Try one. Okay, Miss Connie. Okay, we'll try one more. We'll try one and we'll see. We'll just try one. Just one. We'll try it right here in the middle. That way we know. So y'all, this county fair transfer is leaving us in September. So if you want this county fair transfer, make sure you're signed up for a club. My goal is to get one more club member by the end of the month. And if you comment the word, your brain is overthinking. If mine, I would add another black because 3 is an even number. Yeah. All right, let's see. Girl, overthinking is my thing. I need to stop though. Okay. I think it needs another black. Hold on. So the 3 black, or the 2 black, are right here. But it might be too much. What do y'all think? 2 black or 1? I like the 3. I do too. Okay. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it, Miss Connie. All right, let's do this really quickly. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's do this really quickly. I just need 4. Where did my scissors go? Okay, no extra. So I'm going to add the extra, but if you make this, you don't have to do the extra. I like the fuller look. I'm making your head hurt. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Done. All right, let's do this really quickly. And then we're going to be done. So then I'm going to show y'all all the club projects we've done this month. And then y'all will vote which one you like the best. Okay. Done. That one's done. And then we'll go through and we'll cut these. See, Miss Dottie, you and me, girl, I can't decide. And I always second guess myself on like the finishing touches, like the ribbon or the bow. Like I always second guess myself. And I just need to do what I think, you know? But sometimes, a lot of times, y'all have better ideas than I do. So I'm always down to take suggestions as well. Okay. And our last one right here. And then we'll cut and then we'll be done. Oh, come on. I got a little too tight, but it's fine. All right, let's cut these and then we're done. I know. You're right. Okay. Cut. 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 And our last one. Cut and cut. Everyone has different tastes. Exactly. There's no right or wrong way. Like I said, if you don't like the 3, just do 2. Like you don't have to make it exactly the way that I do. Unless you love it, you know? Okay. Okay. Here we are. Oh, I love it. What do y'all think? I actually really like it with the 3. So let me get in there. Oh, let me start from this side. I love it. Okay, let's take a little vote about all of our club projects this month. And y'all can tell me which one is your fave. Okay, so here is project number 1, County Fair. Project number 2, cutting board. Project number 3 is an interchangeable frame. Okay, so that's number 3. And this one is number 4. Which one is your fave? Put these back. Number 3. Number 3. Oh, y'all like the interchangeable frame. Number 4. I think this one's my fave. I think this one, number 3 and number 4 are my favorite. I love it, y'all. So today and tomorrow are the last couple days to grab this club transfer. Club is only available for club members. You can't purchase the transfer on the website by itself. You have to become a club member or designer. So if you're interested in signing up, let me know or comment the word August and I'll send you all the info about how to get signed up. 4312. Perfect. All right, y'all. I'm going to be on tomorrow morning around 10:30. And we're going to be doing like a little harvest sign. So hit that heart button for me, sprinkle the video, and I will see all of y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.